Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, JT Open Stuff. Today, guys, in front of you, you see one of each of these Lego F1 collectible cars. Now, this is basically a new version of the little mystery figures that you would typically see, but there are 12 to collect. And guys, for a long time, I would have you all leave me comments when I would do mystery figs. Hey, you can tell who they are by the code on the bottom of the thing. And I fought it and fought it. And then, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago, I was opening up some and I got about 6 repeats out of a single case. So I broke down. I figured if they're going to put the scanner on the bottom, I might as well use the scanner on the bottom. I did just that to make sure that I had one of each of these new collectible cars. I'm going to be opening them up on the channel today and putting them together. Now, as you can see, I identified them with little strips of paper so I would know who was in each one. I'm going to start the very first one, and I'm going to do this V car right here. Now, guys, if you haven't, while I'm opening this up today, do me a favor. Go to wherever you have to click subscribe to the channel and subscribe. It's the best way to get all of my great toy opening videos. And I say this all the time, probably to the point of exhaustion for some of you out there, but why are they great? Because of you. I'm opening toys with you and it makes it a ton of fun. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed. We're getting super close to 16,000 subscribers. Who knows, by the time this video is posted, we might already be over 16,000 subscribers, but that is awesome. And we are well on our way to our goal of 20,000 subscribers in 2025. So that would be really, really cool. I really appreciate you guys that have subscribed and those of you that are going to. Now, just really quickly, while I was opening that up, each one of these has 29 pieces. They basically just changed the color scheme for each one of these cars, but each of them has 29 pieces. So they're all about the same. Now, to save time, since I am opening up all 12 of these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open each one of these and I'm going to build them. I'll show you the instructions just so you can kind of see the car. Right there, that is the basic instructions. You know what, we'll build this first one. We'll see how long it takes me. If it doesn't take me that long, we'll go ahead and build them on camera just so you can see it. If it does take a while, I'll pause it in between each one and come back. There you can see all the ones available though, the little checklist. So that is really, really a cool looking grouping of cars. All right. Personally, I almost want to build these myself because I absolutely enjoy talking F1. I have always enjoyed watching F1. Was a huge Michael Schumacher fan growing up. Really enjoyed it. Got out of it for a really long time. But in the last, say, probably 10 years or so, I've kind of gotten back into it some. If I'm being totally honest, I kind of didn't like a couple of years ago what was happening with Michael's son, Mick, as I thought he was getting royally mistreated by his team, which is the wonderful Haas Racing. But that's neither here nor there. Let's see now. Some of these instructions, these pieces are all so small. I do have 29 pieces and they are all incredibly tiny pieces, as you can see there. So we've got the little wheels on there. You know what? That's going to be an easy thing, kind of clear up a little bit of the room. Let's go ahead and get these tires on the wheels. Just like that. That'll save us just a tiny bit of time, all said and done. These little Pirellis here. It's really kind of funny that they decided to go this route. I would have sworn that they would probably make individual figures. Who knows? Maybe that would have cost them kind of a licensing fee with the drivers. This way they can sign one general licensing agreement with F1 to have the rights to use all of the cars versus, this is kind of interesting. This is the little thing that what would typically be your little minifigure head fits on just like that. And then the helmet Oh, no. All right. At least that one is where we can reach it here, guys. So where you typically would have a head, this helmet then goes right on there, just like that. Okay, now let's see. Now these little guys look like they go right here on either side. No, maybe not, maybe not. Oh, this one is for the wing right there. After I build the first one, it's going to be pretty easy, I think, to knock the rest of them out. But the wing goes right there on the front. Pretty simple. Then there should be a little thing right here. Yeah, that holds basically the little harness there. That is going to go just like that. Now there are two more pieces here that go like that. And like that. And then another aerodynamic piece that goes on the front of those. It doesn't fit like that, I don't think. Okay. Maybe just like that. It's kind of interesting. Interesting. And then again on that side like this. Let's go ahead and pop those tires on. What the heck? One of my favorite things about Lego cars is the simplicity of the rolling tire. These are about the size of a Hot Wheels car, I would say. All right, let's see, where else are we missing something here? Let's look a little closer right here. All right. It kind of has that, okay, and then you put it in upside down. So let's go here. Onto here. Now there's supposed to be a block that kind of resembles a it's like piping here, looks like. I don't really see that one at all in the pieces that I have remaining. I guess this is the closest one. So kind of interesting here. These pieces are so incredibly small that it makes it really tough to see which way they are supposed to go in. Now that looks like it would be there. So perhaps that. Huh. Yep, that goes like that. That goes like that. And then this looks like it would fit right into there. So there we go. We got it finally. So now that we know that one is just like that. So interesting. Then Does it look like it has anything else? It just sits right on top there. No. So nothing in between, just this one little wing style piece here. Right there. And then there goes our driver. Very interesting. Now it looks like I have a couple of extra blue pieces here. Now this is the one that I'm really curious about. Where did these blue pieces go? Okay, I think we might have missed one there. Okay, we did. We missed one piece. All right, let's take that driver back out. See if we can get him out. This one actually goes here after. It is weird. They do give you a couple of extra pieces here, so that's what it is. That's basically what it has. Why it's confused me, I should say. So that piece kind of goes in like that. Then this red piece goes in there. Then our driver goes right there. So really fun. That did take me just a little bit to build, so I am going to just pause the video after each one of these. I'm gonna identify which one I'm about to build, or maybe I'll just build them all and then we'll come back and take a look. You've gotten a look at what it was like to build one, so I don't really think that there's a benefit to building all of them other than me just rambling about F1 for the next probably hour, which I don't know that anybody wants to hear. Basically, in a nutshell, Mick Schumacher should still be driving in F1. He's way better than some of the drivers that are in the series today. I really don't know how I feel about Lando Norris winning the championship this year. I really hope Oscar Piastri overtakes him, which he has, and continues to hold the lead, unless Verstappen is going to win another championship. I know Verstappen may not be a popular choice for some people. I kind of like the fact that he is just such a great driver. And just on a side note, let's get Lewis Hamilton one victory for Ferrari. All right, guys, I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to open them all up, and then we're going to look at them when they are done. Okay, everybody, we are back. I have them all built, and to be honest with you, after building that first one, they all went pretty quickly. In total, it probably took me 25 to 30 minutes to build all of the rest of the cars. It got to actually be pretty fun just to see how fast that I could put them together. Now, we're going to go over them one by one. As I said, I've got them labeled here. So I'm going to go over what I think about each one, and I'll give you something, maybe like a little fun tidbit here or there. So this first one is the V car. Now this one is a red, white, and blue car, gray helmet. Obviously pretty generic in looks, but a fun color scheme nonetheless. Next up, we have this F1 Academy car. Kind of some purples, some whites. It's kind of like mixture, like a pinky type color there. Not too bad of a car. Next up, I thought this one was really kind of cool. This is just the F1 car. That silver, kind of gray and black. I thought this was one of, if not the coolest helmet of the entire opening. I really, really like that one a lot. This car is definitely in my probably top 3 of all of these cars. Now let me get these out of the way, but look right down here just quickly. These are the little extra parts. Each one of these came with a varying amount of little extra parts, which I thought was pretty funny. That Sauber car right here came with one extra piece, and on the opposite end of the spectrum, the Ferrari came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, including an extra little setup for the little brace that goes behind their head, which I thought was really kind of funny. But okay, back to the cars. Williams, pretty classic look. I don't love that they made the nose of the car a different color blue. I would have loved for it to have been just that dark blue. That would have looked great. The helmet's kind of generic looking, but all in all, a nice enough little car. But that different color blue just kind of ruins it for me. Next up is the Red Bull. Really kind of cool. Would have been awesome if they'd done a yellow helmet. But overall, not a bad car. Definitely kind of gives you those Red Bull vibes there. McLaren, kind of hard to mess this one up. That papaya color, that orangey color there. And the black, really kind of hard to not think McLaren when you see these colors. But overall, pretty nice. Nothing that just sticks out on the car that makes it look really all that bad. Next up over here is Mercedes. Again, nice looking car. Love the way they did the silver there. Wish they would have carried it over to where like the fuel tanks would be, or perhaps the wing. But overall, a very nice car. I thought this was going to be one of my favorites, but honestly, I don't know. It's just kind of basic. I think they could have added a little more color there on the sides. All right, next up, and this was the most shocking one to me of the entire opening. I kid you guys not, when I first opened this up, the only thing that came to mind was, when did they start racing John Deere tractors in F1? This, my friends, is supposed to be Aston Martin. Tell me that that does not give vibes of John Deere 100%. Now, if you were building a John Deere racetrack, this car would be perfect. This isn't even close to that beautiful Aston Martin green. I don't know why. Maybe they couldn't get the license for that green or something. I'm pretty sure that they have a larger scale Lego set with Aston Martin. Why does it have to be this green color? To be honest, the first thing I thought when I opened it up, I'm like, that's not really the Sauber color. Then when I realized it was Aston Martin, I was shocked, just shocked, because next up is Sauber, and they did kind of nail that neon green. So I actually really dig this car a lot. The little pop of green on the wing, the front wing, is really nice. The helmet looks cool. I think this is a nice car just for Legos. Too bad they stink on the track, but as far as the Lego car goes, really nice. Next up, Haas. Basic, just like their team. It's never going to win any titles, trophies, or races, just like their team. And to be honest with you, I think they probably should have had an owner minifig that went with this, with a guy that was dressed up in maybe like a sanitation worker's outfit, because this team is total junk and shouldn't even be on the grid, in my opinion. But overall, if I'm going to be fair, the color scheme of the car in this version is not too terribly bad. Not the worst, not the best. Next up, Ferrari. Now this one I thought was really nice. Don't love the white little axles that they use for every single car on this Ferrari, but in general, see the way they put the red there to match the nose? That's kind of what I was talking about with the Mercedes here. They've given us just a little more of a pop of color on the side, like this Ferrari. I actually really like this one a lot, but I have an idea for this one that I'm going to show you guys in a second. And finally, this Alpine. Now this one is really kind of cool. Love the fact that they went with the different color tires there. That's nice. The helmet's cool. Again, maybe they aren't winners on the track, but this car is definitely one of my favorites. So if I was going to rank these 1 through 12, how would I do it? Let's start off with the one I think that is the absolute worst, and that is Aston Martin. So we'll put Aston Martin at the very back. Next up, just because I don't know how you make this big of a mistake of changing the blues that much. Let's put Williams in 11th. I think if I am going to be fair in my critique and criticism, I honestly think that I'm going to have to put Mercedes next, just because it looks kind of disjointed, doesn't look like a full car, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. Let's go. I think we're probably gonna have to go with this Academy car. Just super generic looking. Nothing really stands out about it. So I think that one's probably going to be the next one on the list there. Let's put that one there. Let's go ahead and move these cars out of the way here so we can continue our ranking system. Next up, I'm probably going to have to go, V-car. The red, white, and blue is cool, but again, just kind of generic. Not my favorite. So V-car next. Now it starts getting a little tougher, but I think honestly, if I'm gonna have to pick one that I don't like, that I like the least out of the ones remaining, it's probably going to be, let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be Haas, then Red Bull. Then this is where it starts getting tough. So I think these 5 right here are the best of the entire set by far. So I'm probably going to have to say Alpine. Let's go Ferrari. McLaren. I absolutely love this Sauber. The look of this car in this version is really great. And then honestly, just this plain F1 car is my car of the opening. Now, obviously you can move these around any way you want. Move these helmets around any way you want, the looks. Take a look at this, guys. Taking the helmet off of this and like this, it's like they reused the helmet between the Haas and the Ferrari. So I'm going to take that Ferrari helmet off and we're going to place that F1 helmet on it, and look at how much different it changes the look of that car. Like this one ramps up to probably top 2. Like this one drops way down the list. It is crazy to me how much this one helmet with this red visor makes a difference. But to be fair and put it back on its car, I think is important because it just looks so cool there. We'll put this Ferrari helmet back on. Changing little things like that with these cars, though, it is crazy how much of a difference you can make. I also was thinking, you've got this just Academy car here. Let's take that helmet off. And what do you say? I know that I was talking about the color, but let's take this one off and put it there. Look at how now it kind of continues that color up. I don't know if I like it any better, but it does go well from one to the other. So guys, lots of fun stuff here. As you can see, these cars are really fun. I do enjoy them quite a bit. Let me know which one of these is your favorite in the comments down below. I don't know how they made their generic F1 car look the coolest out of all of the branded cars on the grid. But hey, this is my car of the opening. I really appreciate you watching today, and see you on the next great toy opening video. Bye, guys.